watching MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Welcome to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Remodeling and Moving. And I hope everybody out there had a happy Easter. I know I did, and Jeff said he did in Vegas. So hope everybody had a lot of Easter. Hope you still have some Reese's peanut butter cups left, because I know I do. Not cups, but the eggs.
I don't have any.
We have a pregame sponsor this year.
Yep. And pregame is brought to you by Lone Star Towing. Tonight's pregame is brought to you by Lone Star Towing. Towing is in the name, but let me tell you, they also buy junk, wrecked, and abandoned vehicles. Lone Star Towing will be sure to get you set up with any of your towing needs, as well as purchasing those wrecked, junk, and abandoned vehicles. Alec, the owner, is a Medina Valley alumni, graduating class of 2007. Thank you, Alec, for the pregame.
And as I mentioned, if you have a car that you want to donate somewhere, call Southwest Towing. He can take care of it for you. There's always a tax refund, I'm sure, involved in most of those. So, Jeff, records tonight before we get to the starting lineups. This is one that the Panthers can avenge and climb right back into that district race.
It's actually not an avenge for them, because we won this game.
Right, we are the only team that has beaten McCollum.
The only team that has beaten McCollum in district this year, and we beat them in a 4-2 game back in March at McCollum at Tejada Stadium. And I think what was overlooked in that game was the gym that was pitched by Lisi Salazar. Yes. She pitched a gym that game and had them, out on their front foot, had them moving around. She was able to spot up well on the corners. She really pitched well, and I'm not sure
She's
who
the starter tonight.
Is she starting tonight? Yes. She's going to give them another crack at it, and looking forward to this. Now, this game's not as big for Medina Valley necessarily, Maury, as it is for McCollum and their desire to win a championship. Now, it is for Medina Valley, if they have any aspirations of getting back in the championship run, they've got to have this game, but they really needed McCollum to lose to Southwest last Friday. And they were able, and that didn't happen, and McCollum was able to scratch out, I believe it was a one-run victory over Southwest last week. But the Panthers, with the victory tonight, will still be in the race, but they're going to have some help. Yes. So the Panthers need to look at this as a game, not necessarily to win. Of course, we play every game to win, but a game to continue to get better.
Well, and they're on a streak right now.
They're on a streak.
They're on a winning streak. They're playing, I want to say, a little bit more relaxed, have a little bit more of that.
They're hitting the ball. They're scoring runs. If they win a high-scoring game tonight, nobody, tip your hats. It's a great job, because Medina Valley needs to score runs. But Medina Valley they just need to take care of business. Including this game, yes, but not including this game. They need to beat the teams they need to beat that are behind them, and they will be fine for a playoff run. Yep. So you have an opportunity to take a 3-game lead over your nearest fourth place or fifth place team, or they could possibly be back to within just a 1-game lead. Yep. But either way, Medina Valley's looking good. They're playing hard. They're playing well. They just need to keep getting better each and every game and get ready for that playoff run.
Yep. And with that said, we're going to have the national anthem. Be back with the first pitch and story lineups when Panther softball continues in just a moment.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a fourth-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dodson House Remodeling and Moving. And the starting line is for the visiting McCollum Cowboys. Lauren Martinez leading off and playing center field. Madeline Ruiz pitching and batting second. Batting third, the first baseman, Madison Espinosa. Batting fourth, the third baseman, America Ramirez. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Caitlin Alvarez. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Soraya Torres. Batting seventh, behind the plate, Caitlin Hines. Batting eighth, the designated player, Lorena Gonzalez. Batting ninth, the left fielder, Brianna Garza. And batting 10th, the right fielder, Nayeli Espinosa. For your Medina Valley Panthers, Missy Salazar inside the circle, Kaylee Upton behind the plate, Alyssa Montez on first. Valenzuela at second, Chichester third, Gonzalez short. Haley Marshall in left, Cascaglione in center, and Vallejo in right field. And I am going to get Amethyst Valenzuela's name right before the year is over. I keep saying Amethyst, but it's Amethyst. Amethyst. I keep saying Sith like Revenge of the Sith with Star Wars, and it's This. So Laura Martinez leads off here against the lefty Salazar inside the circle, and the first pitch foul back, and if there wouldn't have been a net there, Jeff I'd have caught one right in the coconut right off the bat. Well, I didn't even flinch.
It's a good thing there's a net there.
I didn't flinch. I'd have caught it with one hand like a chip, just, you know. The 0-1 pitch, swinging a miss on a high fastball. Jeff, how would you describe the wind? Very, very dangerous tonight. When it's up in the air.
Well, it's different than what we normally experience. Usually it's right to left. Today it's kind of in from left field, left to right.
Something hit out to left field going to have to be hit pretty well. And Jeff, you can see that the right side of the infield, Chichester, Montez is having the battle of sun. Valenzuela at second, Vallejo in right, so it's going to be tough for all of them.
And this is typical for Medina Valley. This shouldn't be anything they're not used to.
It's still a
hindrance, but you'll have about one inning until that gets behind the bleachers and everything else, so that sun gets behind it.
So Martinez steps back in, counts 1 ball and 2 strikes. First batter of the ball game, high, 2-2. Jeff, what do you think about the no-hitter that the young Astros pitcher threw?
I saw that coming. I was in bed already last night, and I saw that notice, and I kind of just didn't really pay attention to it, kind of, cleared it off, and then I woke up this morning and I read all about it. Pretty neat deal.
2-2 pitch, backs it off, full count. Well, I was going back and forth between the women's shot to get into the Final Four, the Iowa and LSU game, which is a good game, and then USC and Connecticut, which I thought USC would win that one, but the Huskies prevailed in that one. Full count pitch, ball 4.
Had her down, and then
one ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Lissy's deal is, normally if she's on, and she doesn't have many walks. I think she may have had 2 walks last game against this team. So you're already halfway there.
Madeline Ruiz, now the pitcher, steps to the plate.
She threw first 2 pitches were around the zone, and after that she was missing. So I hope that's not an indication.
Strike called.
Now, and one thing about Lisi that we talk about a lot is when she has that little cut, and she's got that little controlled cut pitch, she's pretty
unhittable
when she can control it. A little bit different conditions today. It's dry air, so your grip is going to be a little different.
Little low. He was counting 1 and. Oh no! Did he call that a strike?
I think he called it a ball.
I thought he did.
Yeah,
too. 1 and 1. At least I thought he said low.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch. Wow, Jeff, that pitch before that looked a little better than now.
Yeah, but it was where the catcher was set up that time. She was set up a little bit more over the plate and caught it out there in the same spot. So, catcher positioning, good job there by Upton.
Ruiz down, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Foul back into the screen. Count stays at 1 and 2. Now, anything hit out up in the air,
it's going to be an
infield or outfield. You're going to have to stay with it the whole time. Especially anything hit behind the plate has a chance of going out of play instead of keeping it in play. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball to second. Second baseman, the shortstop for 1 to throw. It goes in the dugout.
In the dugout. So that's going to be an error.
Going to be a throwing error on Gonzalez. The runner will advance to second base. Martinez is retired 4-6.
Just like a sacrifice.
1 out.
You get the runner to second base.
Number 13, Matty Espinoza.
First baseman Madison Espinoza.
You're trying to do a little bit too much there. That ball was not hard hit, so you got the lead out. You should have been, satisfied with that. Eat the ball, keep her at first base.
Because I don't even, like you said, I don't even think a good throw would have got Ruiz out at first.
No.
Ball is hit into the gap. It's going to go down for an RBI single. She's going to be rounding third and rounding first. An RBI double for Matty Espinoza.
That pitch was right down the piper.
Yeah, that was a good pitch to hit right there.
Number 8, America Ramirez.
America Ramirez, the third baseman, now steps to the plate.
It's another one. I think America's the one that we heard had committed to Purdue, I believe. I think she's going to Purdue.
I think so. That ball is hit in the right field. Right fielder going back. Cannot get it. Ground rule double. So nobody will score. Yes, she will score from second. So an RBI back-to-back doubles. And Jeff, that ball got up in the air and it just went away from
That's the one that we said would be trouble because it tailed away and Vallejo couldn't get a beat on it. It could have been caught, but the wind pushing it, that's a tough play.
Pushing it, it's up in the air where the sun has a factor on it.
Yep.
2-0 as your score as Caitlin Alvarez steps to the plate, the second baseman. Ramirez is your runner at second, back-to-back RBI doubles.
Lucky that ball stayed in the park.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be out.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Boys game over at Harlandale, Maury. It looked like it was 0-0 in the third.
And Jeff, if this wind is blowing there like it is, it's pretty much the same.
I think you get some home runs over there.
Well, no, it'd be blowing across, wouldn't it?
It would be. No, it'd be blowing out to right field. It would be blowing out to right field there. But it is a 0-0 game. They're on Medina Valley Broadcast Network with Dwayne Garza and Johnny Guzman on the call.
He was accounted 2-2. to the second baseman, Alvarez.
Looks like they're in the third. It's 0-0 right now. Panthers over there, they're 9-0, sitting all alone in first place, playing well.
I think they got a 3-game lead on everybody, I believe.
I think so.
2-2 pitch. He's outside, feels the count. So Ramirez is your runner at second with 1 out. Alvarez, the second baseman, awaits the payoff pitch from Lizzie Salazar. The pitch is way inside, ball 4.
Yeah. And this is, right now, you can tell Lisi doesn't have that same stuff that she's had before. She's, her ball's kind of tailing into a left-handed batter, tailing away from a right-handed batter, and she doesn't have that cut on it. And I bet it's got something to do with the grip. This dry air, it's got to have something to do with her grip.
So Raya Torres, the shortstop, steps to the plate now for the Cowboys.
Lisi has little hands, too. Now, what are you going to do with the ball here? You're going to get it out wherever the ball takes you right now. You see how her play? Do you see what I'm saying about her ball? That ball's tailing away from a right-handed batter. When she's feeling it, she's got that little cut on her ball, and she doesn't have that cut tonight, or at least not yet.
The 1-0 pitch off the plate, 2-0.
And she hadn't thrown a changeup yet.
Two runners on, 1 out. Ball is hit down the first baseline, but foul. Torres going with that pitch out and away. Ramirez is your runner at second. Alvarez at first. 2 runs across already here in the top of the inning. Torres up the plate. It counts 2 balls and 1 strike. The ball is foul, out of play, down the first base line. Count even at 2.
Good job, Lisi, coming back.
2 runners on. 2 runs scored.
2-2. 2 runners on. Panthers just need to
Let's see if that changeup may be coming now.
Wow, just off the plate. Full count. Payoff pitch. Ball is lifted, and the wind's going to take that one way out of play.
He caught it! Play of the game.
Fans caught that ball, threw it back in. Torres steps back to the plate, awaits another full count pitch. And here it is. Another one. Good battle. Good at bat by Torres.
Yep, good battle. And she looks like she wants to hit something to the right side. So if you were in control enough and you could put something on her hands, it may benefit you. Hit one softly over there to Ariel Chichester at third base.
Salazar doing a good job of battling inside the circle here. Payoff pitch again. Ball is lifted in the right field. Right fielder going back a few steps and makes the play. Haley Marshall with the put out.
Good job.
F7 if you're scoring at home for the second out of the inning.
Good job by Lisi coming back and throwing strikes. And you know, the batter fouled off a lot of pitches, so he really had to throw a lot of good pitches there.
Catcher Caitlin Hines now steps to the plate with the same 2 runners on. Ramirez and Alvarez. Now with 2 outs. Strike called, 0-1.
Yeah, looking at their lineup, Maury, the key to the game is going to be to keep people off of base in front of those 2 and 3 hitters, or 3 and 4 hitters.
3 and 4 hitters.
Yeah.
Pitch is high, 1-1. Salazar trying to change the eye level there, just a bit high.
And I think that's kind of the game plan they had going into the last game against them. They were able to keep them in control, in check.
The 1-1. Ball is lifted, and the wind's going to blow that one back into the screen. But 1 ball and 2 strikes now as Salazar's ahead in the count, trying to work out of this little jam. Hines digs in, awaits the 1-2 offering from Salazar. Strike call, a backwards carry, strikeout, looking for out number 3 for the Cowboys in that inning. 2 runs on 2 hits. They'll also leave 2 on base. After half an inning, 2, Medina Valley coming to the plate. Panther softball will continue here in just a moment.
Have you ever made a friend by accident? I know I have. This is Alec with Lone Star Towing of Natalia, and I just want to let y'all know that I pay top dollar for your junk, wrecked, and abandoned vehicles. I can even come to your location and tow it out of there at no extra charge. Give me a call at 210-777-0585, and I'll be sure to get you taken care of quickly.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back to Panthers softball. Sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Removing and Remodeling. 2-0 after half an inning. Panthers coming to the plate.
We know that the mics are a little staticky. It's the wind. We can't do anything about it. We got that wind blowing right in our face.
Montez, Chester, Viejo, the top 3. Nash, Upton, Castelloni, the middle 3. Valenzuela, Gonzalez, and Marshall, the bottom 3. First pitch to Montez is line foul, out of play. For you visiting McCollum Cowgirls, Ruiz inside the circle. Hines at first, Espinosa, Hines behind the plate, Espinosa at first, Alvarez second. Ramirez at third, Torres at short. Martinez in center, flanked by Garza in left, and Espinosa in right.
I don't see how the Panthers answer now, being down their first time in a while.
Ruiz wanted to get a face mask. She puts that on in between pitches. The 0-1 pitch. Montez chases that one a little high, down in the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. Hines set up way outside. Good job by Montez fouling that pitch off. A lot of foul balls, Jeff. The umpire's out of nuclear grapefruits already.
Apparently some of y'all need to go fetch the balls. We're running low.
Those are hit so high and so far out of play with the wind cannon. They may be in the cornfield or the maize field or the oats field, whatever's growing back there.
Yep.
The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to second. Second baseman with the shift way over, Jeff, inside the hole in between first and second. Beautiful position there by Alvarez as she flips it over to Espinosa for the first out of the ball game. 4-3 for the out.
Yep. They've done their homework.
Oh, yeah, Chichester steps to the plate. Yeah, if you've scouted Montez, you know that she loves to go oppo there with the ball. Chichester now steps to the plate, Jeff, and Alvarez again cheating way over towards first. That pitch is down low, 1 ball and no strikes. The big hole is right up the middle in between short and second base. As the shortstop's kind of cheated a little bit, maybe not too much towards third, but playing deep
Yeah, we always talk about hitting it back up the middle.
Ball is popped up in the air. Good job by coming off the mound for Madison Ruiz. She will take that one by herself, F1 for out number 2. So 2 quick outs for the Cowboys here as they're holding a 2-0 lead. Mackenzie Viejo, the right fielder, now steps to the plate. Not as exaggerated for Alvarez as cheating over, but she's still leaving a big hole in the middle. First pitch to Viejo's a strike called, 0-1. 2 outs, 4 pitches, Chef. That's pretty efficient, isn't it?
We've seen the Panthers be a little bit more aggressive.
The 0-1 is down low, 1-1.
Nothing wrong with
and
that.
It's not like they're swinging with bad pitches.
No, they're swinging the good pitches. Well, that one there kind of caught Ariel on the fist, it looked like. But it looked like a good pitch. Her ball's got a little movement to it.
1-1 pitch is fouled back in the screen, 1-2.
And she's throwing a lot of strikes, keeping it down in the zone.
Viejo steps back in.
Catcher sets way outside.
Ball down low, 2-2. Ruiz kind of tapped her chest to the catcher Hines, saying, "That's my bad." Ruiz now gathers herself. Viejo waits the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to shortstop Torres over to first in time. Good hop there for the shortstop. They'll score that 6-3 for out number 3 for the Panthers. They go down in order. No hits, no runs, nobody left on base. We go to the second. Panthers trail 2-0. Panther softball will continue here in just a moment.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Remodeling and Moving. We head to the second inning, 2-0 in favor of the Cowboys. Lorena Gonzalez, Brianna Garza, and then back to the top of the order. So 8-9-1. First pitch from Salazar is outside. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. Lights are starting to take effect here as the sun is back behind the big oak trees.
Notice it's pretty dark on our screen.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. Gonzalez kind of redecorating the batter's box. She's way up in front in the box. The 1-1 pitch. Ball down, 2-1. Is foul back, 2-2.
It's a good pitch. That one had a little cut on it.
Well, Jeff, I don't know if you I guess it's because I hadn't paid that much attention, but I'm noticing when Missy's getting a signal from Upton, she's kind of moving her hand like left to right. Is she trying to? I don't know.
You mean with the ball?
No, before she addresses the ball, before she puts her hands together, she's looking and kind of doing this with her pitching hand. And I haven't ever seen her do that before. See?
Oh, yeah. Don't know.
Full count pitch. Ball is popped up back into the screen. I don't know if like she's not having no feeling or something, because it's like I've never seen her do that before. And I didn't know if she's signaling Marshall about something. Maybe want to set up.
Doesn't look like a signal. Just looks like she's trying to keep her wrist loose or something like that.
See what I mean?
Yep.
Payoff pitch. Wow, just off the plate. Whew. That's a tough pitch to take right there. Third walk of the ball game.
Number 7,
Brianna Garza, the left fielder, now steps to the plate.
McCollum Cowboys are sitting in first place. I believe, what are they, 9-1? Number 13? Is that 13? 17.
We're going to have a runner for the designated player, Lorena Gonzalez. That's going to be number 17. And imagine that, I do not have the subs.
Right there. Nayeli, the flex player.
The flex player will in there.
coming in to run for the Cowboys, number 17, Nayeli Espinoza.
Probably sisters on the team,
you think?
Nayeli and Madison. But could not be. Oh, wow. That pitch was in tight. Good job by Garza just getting out of the way of that pitch.
Looked like it skimmed right by her head.
Woo. 1 ball and no strikes. Runner at first. Lead-off walk here in the top of the second. Panthers trail 2-0. The 1-0 pitch, and that's way high and up. Well, if it's way high, it is up. Way high and inside.
Way high.
And Jeff, those two pitches weren't even close.
No, something's going on with Lisi.
I've never seen her do that with a pitch.
It's almost like her wrist is bothering her or something.
2-0 pitch, and that's way high. 3-0. In danger of walking the 8 and 9 batters here to start off inning number 2. The 3-0 pitch. Strike call, 3-1. Okay, let's see if we can battle back here. Pitch is a little high, ball 4. Back-to-back walks. You need to make a visit to the mound here, I think, Jeff. Just kind of see what's the problem here. Lauren Martinez now steps to the plate. Lauren is 0 for 1. Is 0 for as she walked.
No movement from the dugout, but you're back to the top of the order, and you can bet they're probably still bunting here. Getting to that 3-4 hitters.
First pitch is a bunt, but it's going to be foul.
Foul ball.
And see Coach come out of the dugout asking where the second baseman Valenzuela is at, because he's supposed to be covering first, Jeff, and she was on her way covering second. So that would have been a big blunder there if somebody would have thought she was supposed to be at second base. Need to know the rotation there. When you got runners on the bases, who's covering where? Shot into left field, going to go foul.
Yeah, in a situation like this, you're probably not covering second base.
But you want to make sure you're going to be out at third, and you're going to cover third and first. Yep. Yep. You're either going to get the lead runner, or you want to get the runner at the plate.
Right. 2 outs or 2 strikes now. You probably can take the bunt out and play. Try to knock it down and get it out somewhere.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Ramirez, you just want your leadoff hitter Martinez just to put it in play somewhere. Go-to pitch, and that's what she does. Montez over to first, not in time, Jeff. That's an infield single. The ball was hit, and it pulled Montez off the plate to her opposite glove hand and could not beat the runner to first base. So an infield single, the bases are loaded. Maddie Ruiz steps to the plate. Ruiz reached on a fielder's choice. Well, hit the ball hard.
You almost got to bring your infield in now. Yeah, here they come. They're in.
Bases juiced for Ruiz. Trying to help her own cause. She's the pitcher of record also. Fouls Allen back into the screen, 0-1. Ruiz came around and scored the first run of the ball game off the double of Espinosa. So she has a run scored. The 0-1. Back out of play. 0-2.
Yeah, second straight 0-2 batter for Lisi. Out of softballs again.
I guess nobody's even going after those.
Somebody in the dugout should be heading after those. Looks like somebody's heading over there from McCollum.
So down in the count now is Ruiz, 0-2. This would be a big out for Salazar. Ball is lifted in, so that's an infield fly. Batter's out.
Good idea right there, Maury. If you're thinking about it, drop it and see if anybody tries to take off.
Yeah, well, you don't think about that.
Because you're right there.
Well, I know,
but that's what I'm saying, if you're thinking about it. Now, Espinosa doubled into the right field gap on the first pitch last time up.
So one out now.
And
with Espinosa, yeah, she's double, scored a run, and has an RBI. So she is 1 for 1. Ball high. 1-0.
Yeah, I hadn't seen Leslie throw any changeups, and one thing that we had noticed about the pitch calling from Coach Perez was a lot of changeups from a few of these pitchers that we hadn't seen.
1-0 pitch. Oh, that's a shot. I don't think the ball field is going to hold that one. That is gone. A whip by Madison Espinosa, and it is now 6-4. That's a grand slam. And Jeff, when she hit that ball, regardless whether the wind was blowing in or not, there was no way that the stadium was going to hold that one.
That was a no-doubter.
That is 5 RBI now for Espinosa, the number 3 hitter.
Well, and like I said, Maury, it was all fastballs. That fastball followed the first pitch fastball, which was up in the zone. That one was up at her chest, and she didn't miss a bit of that.
And Jeff, it all started when you walked to number 8 and 9.
Yeah, you walked.
Batters in the lineup. You're setting yourself up.
Yep.
And you just had mentioned you cannot have no base runners.
Yeah, for her and this one, America Ramirez. America Ramirez is up now, and she almost hit one out her first at bat.
She has a double. And
she had a ground rule double.
And that almost went out in right field.
Mm-hmm. But you're right, Maury. That's 5 earned runs, and you can almost say that other one in the first inning was an earned run as well.
Yeah, because it went to second on a throwing error. So.
Corpus? Is that America? No.
That's plate number 8.
But this one's going to Purdue, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So Ramirez now steps to the plate. Ground ball. Oh, wow. That's off of Montez as it knocked the face mask off of her. That ball rode up Montez's heel of the glove and come up and hit her underneath the chin and knock the face mask off of her, but she's okay. She's a battler. She's not going to come out, but that's going to be an error on the Panthers.
Well, I was just told number 13. I'm not sure who number 13 is. Is that the girl that hit the home run?
Number 13 is Madison Espinosa.
She's committed, or she's going to Corpus Christi A&M, so she's a D1 commit.
So that like that.
There's a reason.
Absolutely.
And it just goes to show you though, the first time they played, how well Lisi pitched in that first game. Because she kept both of those girls in check.
Caitlin Alvarez now the second baseman steps to the plate. She no official at bats. A good bunt down third base to Chester. Yes, punches her out to throw to third.
Got her there too. Double play.
Double play. So Alvarez is going to be retired in a beautiful play by Chichester, 5-3 for out number 2 And then Ramirez is going to be retired 2-5 for the put out for the third out of the inning. But for the Cowboys in that inning, 4 runs, Jeff, with just 2 hits, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. Medina Valley trails 6-0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Big State Electric is raising the bar in the San Antonio electrical industry. Working with local and forward-thinking companies, we are changing the downtown skyline with beautiful and innovative buildings. As well as working with local universities, we are revolutionizing academic sports with cutting-edge and high-tech electrical solutions. Join us.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. Avery Nash will lead off, followed by Upton and Castiglione, 4, 5, 6 in the order.
And Maury, they've already batted around, and we're just at our 4th hitter.
Oh, but they've batted twice. We've only batted once.
I know.
Nash steps in, waits the pitch for Maurice. That pitch is down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Big blast off the bat of the number 3 hitter for the Cowboys. Have put them up 6-0. The 1-0 pitch, and that ball is lifted in the infield. Shortstop, third baseman going for it. Foul ball territory, Jeff. That wind was playing havoc with that ball. Good job there by Ramirez staying with that. F5 for out number 1.
Coming up to the plate, number 6, Kaylee Upton.
You know, 5 RBI for Madison Espinosa, the first baseman for the Cowboys. Upton steps to the plate. First pitch is a strike called 0-1. And that's what you need to do if you're Ruiz. You just get ahead, make the Panthers put the ball in play, and let your defense work. The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop Torres catches it. That was a line drive. Torres didn't really have to move.
Yep. That was
6 for out number 2. What an atom ball there.
Maury over at Harlandale, the Panther baseball team has a 3-1 lead in the top of the 4th as they bat in the top of the 4th.
Morgan Castiglione steps to the plate now. Waits the first pitch from Ruiz. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Montez was out there.
McCollum came to play tonight.
The 0-1.
They've got a district title in their eyes.
In their mirror.
I think they've played Southwest twice now. So the only other contender they have to play is South San. And they can't lose to South San twice.
The 1-1 pitch is swing and a miss, 1-2.
They only play them once, so.
Pitching for the Cowboys, number 6, Matty Ruiz.
Castiglione waits the 1-2 offering. Just off the plate, 2-2. Amethyst. Valenzuela waits on deck.
You got it.
Got it right.
You got it.
I like that name.
Amethyst.
Awesome.
I think that's isn't that a precious stone? An amethyst?
A base hit down the left field line. Castiglione will be on the way to second base. Stand up 2-out double for Castiglione.
Good job.
Just get them station to station.
Yeah, one at a time. Little base hit here.
Morgan going with that pitch off the plate. So Amethyst Valenzuela now steps to the plate. Let's see how Ruiz pitches now with her first base runner. And Castiglione is in scoring position at second. First pitch to Valenzuela is a strike called, 0-1. One inside, strike called, 0-2. Torres twirls that softball around, settles at the belt and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Doesn't let that two-out double affect her. So the Panthers with no runs on one hit. They leave one on base. After second inning, it's 6-0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Like you, we love calling this home. Castroville State Bank has been serving the Medina Valley area for over 63 years by providing the best financial products, modern technology, and customer service. Not only are we the local bank you can rely on for all your financial needs, but we are also your neighbors, giving back to the community we grew up in and love. Come home to Castroville State Bank.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Datsun House Moving and Remodeling. Pitching change now inside the circle will be Alyssa Montez will move from first to inside the circle. Claire Bain will move in and play first base for the Panthers, and that pitching change is sponsored by Peerless Equipment. Your irrigation problems, just call Peerless Equipment. They will take care of everything you need. So Jeff, 6-0, and Montez will face Torres, Hines, and Gonzalez. 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup for the Cowboys.
Yes, sir. And you did mention Peerless Equipment, sponsor of our pitching changes, and not sure what's going on here, but
they're going over the changes.
Lisi was, I don't know how she was.
Lisi was listed at the bottom.
So she was probably.
Yep, she was listed as the DP. Flex pair and DP. Yep. Yeah. So Claire Bain will come in, and I'm not too sure if Claire will bat or if the number 9 batter in the lineup will stay, which was Haley Marshall. A lot of times Marshall's listed when she plays the outfield. She's listed as a flex pair and comes in at the back of the ball game to bat sometimes. So,
all right, ready to
play. So Montez back will be in the circle for the Panthers to start the third inning. 6-0 in favor of the visiting Cowboys. Torres steps to the plate. Torres flew out to right field, her first at bat, so she is 0 for 1. And nobody still got any of those golf balls, any of those softballs that have went out of play.
Not sure if you're leaving. Are you going out to play any this week with the course being aerated?
Well, the course has been closed the last 2 days. They've been working on the greens to aerate them and get them ready for the summertime, the heat that's coming, to punch them in, try to get them watered and sanded. So,
the course looks nice, but I don't know if I'd play on those greens until they grow out.
The 0-1 pitch is outside, 1-1.
Of course, my putting doesn't matter if there's a boulder in the middle. I probably couldn't hit it either.
I probably will not play any out there this week, just because I think tomorrow, the 0-1 pitch at Torres. Hit in the right field. Right fielder going over towards the line and makes the play. Good job by Vallejo tracking that ball down. F9, he was scoring at home for out number 1. I'm not that good a putter as it is, and then having to putt with a challenge. And it probably won't be any plays. They sent it all over to everybody that the greens were being reworked, so
probably won't be a lot of business.
Strike called to Lorena Gonzalez. Gonzalez walked and came around and scored on the big blast off the bat of Madison Espinosa, the grand slam. She has no official at bats, but a run scored.
What you hope now is that McCollum relaxes a little bit.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. This is Caitlin Hines. Hines is a strikeout victim and ended inning number 1. So she's 0 for 1. Down in the count now, 0 and 2. Gonzalez just about waiting on deck. Sorry about that, Caitlin Hines.
But the key getting back into this game is obviously to keep McCollum off the board from now on. But you got to start scratching a few runs.
The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. For out number 2. Now that's going to bring to the bat. He said Caitlin Alvarez, and I got Lorena Gonzalez at the plate.
Number 18.
Alvarez is the number 5 hitter, and I got the number 8 hitter. Yeah, this is Lorena Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Pops that one out of play. No balls and 2 strikes to the number 8 hitter, Gonzalez. As I mentioned, Gonzalez with no official at bats. He walked the lead off the second inning, came around and scored on the home run blast from Espinosa. The 0-2 pitch. Montana sends him down in order, 1-2-3. Did her job in that first inning of relief. No runs, no hits. No Cowboys left on base. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Panthers need a rally, trailing 6-0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Dotson House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dotson House Moving and Construction at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson Remodeling and House Moving.
No, but I didn't get April Fooled, but my wife, every time she would read something on social media, she was like, oh my God, can you believe this happened? I was like, babe, that's an April Fool's. Babe, that's an April Fool's. She believed it. I said, babe, it's April Fool's Day.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Elena Gonzalez will lead off the 3rd for the Panthers. Gonzalez, Marshall, and then back to the top of the order. Ruiz back in the circle. Pitch, and that's a foul ball.
That hit her. Hit off her hand, probably.
Yeah, Gonzalez ain't moving to first base. Wow. She wasn't button.
Yeah, she had squared around.
But she pulled it back.
She tried.
Have no chance.
But your hand is part of the bat.
Yep. But I didn't think it was through the strike zone. I thought she was bailing out of there. I'm just glad
she was bailing out of there.
I'm just glad nobody got injured there, because
not like Josh Young.
Yeah, that poor guy.
Mm-hmm.
But that should be a strike, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Got a ball on there. Should be a strike. That should be strike 2. Should be 0-2. If not, we should be running at first, so there you go.
Yeah, 2 strikes.
So no balls and 2 strikes to Gonzalez. ground ball. The pitcher gets by the pitcher. Good job by the second baseman. Alvarez coming in. A good snap throw over to first base. When it gets by the pitcher, you very seldom are able to get Gonzalez out.
Number 2, Haley.
And Jeff, that's just good scouting. Knowing who's at the plate is Alvarez has been in position and made some good plays just because she's been positioned right. Haley Marshall now steps to the plate for the Panthers. Marshall awaits the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Nope, I did not get April fooled either. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. Panthers trail 6-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Strike called, 1-1.
I think the one I saw that my wife asked about first was Pedro Grifal, who is the manager for the White Sox. People on social media were saying he got fired. I was like, babe, it's April Fool's. They're not going to fire him after 4 games.
The 1-1 pitch is inside, 2-1.
They could, but they wouldn't. Even if they were over.
They signed the pitcher today, didn't they?
Yeah, Clevenger, who was with them last year. I don't know why they didn't re-sign him to begin with.
That's Mike Clevenger, right?
Mike Clevenger, yeah. He was probably their best starter last year.
2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. That's really not saying much.
No, no. Although they had Cease, and they traded him off right before the season.
2 balls and 2 strikes. As Marshall steps out, now gathers herself, steps back in. The 2-2 pitch. Check swing. They say she went around. Strikeout for out number 2. We head back to the top of the order with Alyssa Montez. Alyssa grounded out to the second baseman. That's what I was talking about. As they had Alvarez play just right as she cheated over towards first, and she's in that same spot again. First pitch to Montez is down low, 1 ball and no strikes. If you've just joined us, 2 runs in the first, 4 in the second off the grand slam from Espinosa. She's accounted for 5 out of the 6 RBI. 1-0 pitch to Montez. It's foul back.
Bidding for player of the game early on?
Yeah. That went off the catcher's instep there. Good job by the home plate umpire, giving Caitlin Hines a little time to regroup there. As Ruiz back on the rubber, the 1-1 pitch. High, 2-1. Second time through the lineup, Jeff. This is where the Panthers need to shine here.
Take goose egg off the board.
She's got to chip away at this 6-run lead. 2-1 pitch, and that's a way to start it. That ball is carrying back. What a play out there by Martinez on the run. Right at the warning track as the wind was carrying that ball away from her. And Martinez with a 5-star gem out there. F8, and you're scoring at home for out number 3. Wow. The Cowboys, Jeff, tonight are flashing some leather out there. Great job by Martinez. That ends the inning. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on base. We're through 3. Panthers trail 6-0. Panthers softball will continue in just a moment.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. Panthers trail 6-0. I just got reprimanded by my partner, Jeff. He said that wasn't a great play. That was just a good play.
It was a good play. It's a good play. It was a fly ball. It was hit high in the air.
Said I made it sound like it was a Willie Mays catch out there.
And look, Maury, look at the flags.
Yeah, but I can still feel it.
I feel a breeze, but there ain't a breeze like it was earlier.
So Montez back in there for her second inning of work. Put the Cowboys down in order her first time to see them.
Yeah.
Number 9 batter Ariana Garza steps to the plate. Brianna Garza. Brianna Garza walked and came around and scored on the grand slam. Takes that 0-1 pitch, just in tight on the knees, 1-1.
Oh, now we got lights in center field. Jesus.
How are they even parked there?
I don't know.
That's not even in the parking lot.
It really isn't.
You know what?
That's the sheriff deputy.
It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, he turned around to watch the game, and he's got his lights on out there. That's the sheriff's department. Maybe he wants to flash the red and blue lights too.
Yeah, turn them all on.
Tell the sheriff to turn the lights off, he said.
In center field to be turned off.
Now somebody in center field is going to go out and tell them the lights are on.
Yeah, sheriff deputy out there.
Oh, wow.
I believe it's a deputy's car.
And it ain't even April Fool's. That was yesterday. Hey, there we go. Now give us the siren and just,
there you go.
We back the blue, but now the headlights are out in center field.
All right, 2 balls, 1 strike.
2 balls and 1 strike. Oh, strike call. Good job by Montez. He was counted 2-2. Brianna steps back in.
It's one of those new cruisers, too.
Yep. Ball is rocketed that foul down the first baseline. Count holds at 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Garza leads off here in the 4th. Ball bounces in, feels the count. Payoff pitch coming. Jeff, the number 9 hitter, you need to retire her because got the top coming up.
Don't want to put anybody on for those 2 hitters they got coming up in the 3-4 hole. 1 and 2 done their job too.
Swing and a miss. Good job by Montez with the out.
Here's a strikeout for out number 1.
So 1 out as we head back to the top of the order. Lauren Martinez, who made that great play out in center field, will step to the plate, Jeff. She walked, singled, and came around and scored on the home run. So she was
a lead off. Yeah, got on base
both times. A walk and a single. Scored the 3rd run of the ball game. First pitch is low and outside in the dirt, actually.
Yeah, good job by Upton getting down and blocking it and practice more than anything.
Good technique. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball, that's a foul ball as it hits the batter in the batter's box. Very emphatic call there, Jeff, and that's what you want to hear from the home plate umpire. Let everybody know what the situation was. It's a dead ball.
Be confident in your call. Hear your call. Hear the call.
The 1-1. Lifted in the center field. Castiglione in and makes the play on the run for the put out. F8 if you've got a scorecard at home for the 2nd out in the inning.
Big at bat right here, Maury, because you don't want to face.
This is Espinosa. You don't want to face Espinosa
with anybody on base.
Exactly.
But this is your 2-hole hitter.
And the pitcher record. That pitch is down low, ball 1. Ruiz reached on a fielder's choice, came around and scored the 1st run of the ball game off the double of Espinosa. And then popped up to the pitcher. So she is actually, and that's a 2-out single. And Jeff, if there's one thing that we have said about Montez, when she gets a little ahead in the count, sometimes too much
of the plate. Too much of the plate. Yeah, that wasn't a bad pitch. I mean, she hit it right back up the middle where it came from. Now this one, I would try to work the edges and not get too much of the plate.
Espinosa steps to the plate now, a double and a grand slam, 5 RBI and 2 runs scored.
The situation right here, right now, I would not put that runner in motion to have any chance of being thrown out.
Absolutely not. 1-0 pitch, and that's lifted into center field.
That's going to be trouble.
Castiglione called it all the way and makes the play on the run. Good job taking charge out there by Castiglione. Called it all the way, tracked it down as the wind was carrying away from her. For the Panthers in that inning, no runs on 1 hit. Jeff, they'll leave another runner on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Panthers need a rally, trailing 6-0. Panther softball will continue here in just a moment.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. Jeff, we head to the bottom of the 4th. Panthers still with that goose egg up.
Yeah, and
you runs across from.
You got your
the Cowboys.
Top of the order basically coming up.
2, 3, and 4. Chichester, Viejo, and Nash. Chichester popped up to the pitcher. Her first at bat, so she is 0 for 1. Ruiz back in the circle for the Cowboys. First pitch is strike called. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Ball is lifted in the right center. That's going to fall for a base hit. Cuts it off. Good job out there by Martinez cutting that ball off, not letting it get past her because Chichester took a big turn there.
And I was actually right before that pitch looking, and look at where the right fielder's playing. Way over the line. But did you see how much ground that center fielder covered? She covered a lot of ground.
That was an outstanding play to cover that much ground by the center fielder.
That play was an outstanding play of holding her to one base. But the ball was hit in the air. It set up in the air. It wasn't a solid line drive.
Okay. Ball is lifted right behind second base. Second baseman Alvarez just cannot get to it as that falls in foul ball territory.
Looks like she fell. She had it in her glove. It looks like she got her feet tied up.
Could not finish the play in foul ball territory. So Viejo will get some new life there. His count is just 0-1 now. I just had to give you a hard time on so much ground. This Martinez covered.
Oh, I heard that. Look where the center fielder's playing. That gap is
Second baseman bobbles it, has one play to first, and did a good job, Jeff, of getting me out.
Well, it's a good job of hitting behind the runner. You advance the runner, and that's something you're looking for. You're looking for some positives right now,
because I'm telling you, Viejo stung that ball.
Yeah, it was hit well. And the second baseman bobbled it, but she got in front of it and she knocked it down. Now you've got 2 chances to get that runner home from center field.
A.B. Nash now steps to the plate. Nash popped up to the third baseman her first time at bat, so she is 0 for 1. Chichester stands at second with 1 out. First pitch to Nash, and that ball is lifted foul out of play. Well, Jeff, would you say that they're lining that up to where the right fielder trying to take away that double in the corner?
No, because look at the left fielder. Left fielder's playing normal, so I would just think that the right fielder for some reason is just playing that right field line and leaving a lot of field over there.
That ball is lifted back behind second baseman. Second baseman goes back. Right fielder comes in. that just overruns it.
And, you know.
So 0-2, Nash gets some new life.
Well, and you look at that and you're saying, well, she's playing over there perfectly, you know, because she ran up on that ball, was almost in position. She was in position.
Overran it a little bit.
Overran it. So if she was in normal depth, you know, she probably wouldn't have overran it. She would have ran right to it and caught it. Is that what you're saying? No, but she's still way over there in right field.
And about 10 steps away from the fence.
Yeah. Deep in right field.
The 0-2 pitch to Nash. Right at the shortstop for the out. Good job by Chichester. Seeing that play right in front of her. Gets back safely. Could have been a double play, but just 2 outs. Going to bring to the plate Kaylee Upton. Upton lined out to the shortstop, so she is 0 for 1.
She hit the ball hard her first time up. But right at the shortstop.
Chichester still at second base, but now 2 outs. Strike called, 0-1.
I don't think I've ever seen Upton swing at a first pitch.
So a leadoff single. And advance Chichester to second, but it's there now with 2 outs. That ball is lifted in the right field. Right fielder has an eye on that one. And a little streaky out there, but Espinosa makes the play. F9 for out number 3. For the Panthers in that inning. No runs on 1 hit. Jeff, they'll leave a base runner. We'll head to the 5th. Panthers trail 6-0. Panther softball will continue here in just a moment.
Rusty Rooster at 806 Highway 90 West in Castroville is the place to stop on your way home from work or to drop by on the weekend to grab some beverages without ever leaving your truck. Rusty Rooster, the place in Castroville for quenching your thirst from sun up to sundown. Drive through today. Fast, convenient. That's Rusty Rooster, 806 Highway 90 West in Castroville. After all, anything goes till the rooster crows.
With Broadway Bank, your everyday banking is fast, easy, and digital. And now you can bank local and earn $300 when you open a new free checking account online with qualifying activities. Enjoy the convenience of a Texas-based bank with lots of local financial centers and an award-winning online and mobile banking experience that lets you bank when you want. Learn more about this limited-time offer at broadway.bank/300. Minimum opening deposit is $25. Offer subject to change without notice. Terms and conditions apply. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. And Jeff, this is the 5th inning. Do we have a reader for the 5th, or are we going to wait for between?
It's in the middle. But update from over at Harlandale Stadium where the Panthers are playing the Harlandale Indians. Panthers still lead 3-2 in the top of the 6th as the Panthers are batting with nobody on base.
America Ramirez leads off here for the Cowboys in the 5th. First pitch is strike called. Montez back in the circle for her 3rd inning of work. Ramirez doubled and drove in a run, then reached on an error. So she is 1 for 2 with an RBI. The 0-1 pitch is outside, 1-1. 4, 5, 6 in the lineup for the Cowboys as they have a 6-0 lead. 1-1 pitch is 2-1.
Let me use your blanket from last week. Keep my hands.
My binky?
Yeah, keep my hands warm.
2-1 pitch, that bounces in there, 3-1.
I think the difference in the game right now, I mean, obviously the 6 runs, but it's the defense of McCollum.
That's a shot by the diving Chichester. 3-1 pitch, Jeff, and you have to come in with that pitch.
Yeah.
And Ramirez just sat on that one and drove it by by Chichester.
Yeah, you get behind them good hitters, and they're going to sit on 3-1, 2-0. Sit on those pitches that come right over the white part of the plate. But what I'm saying is the defense of McCollum has been outstanding tonight.
First pitch to Alvarez is a strike call, 0-1. Alvarez walked and grounded out to Chichester. That was on the double play where Chichester threw it across, got the first out, and then was responsible for the third out. A bunt in front of the mound. Montez only has one play to first. Sacrifice bunt there by Alvarez. Moves the runners up. 5-3. We're screwing at home for the put out.
At the plate.
Soraya Torres now steps to the plate. Torres is 0 for 2. Fly out to the right fielder Viejo and a fly out to the left fielder Marshall. That ball is hit down the first base side, but foul. And Jeff, even though Torres is 0 for 2, she has made some great plays out there. As you said, the Cowboys have played great defense tonight. She has 2 flyouts, but has played a great shortstop. Ball is lifted foul, 0-2.
Another fly out right here would be nice for the Panthers.
It would be nice. The 0-2 pitch. Foul back into the screen. Count stays at 0-2. Catcher Caitlin Hines waits on deck. Panthers can ill afford to give up any more runs if they are scoreless here through 4 innings.
Hines is looking for the hat trick, isn't she?
Yes, she is. 0-2 pitch is down low. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Pecking away at it that time. Nothing over the white part of the plate from Montez.
Alyssa's ready for the next pitch, and it's on its way. Check swing, held back, 2-2. Palms down on the check swing. Good job by Montez asking for that, Jeff, because it was close. And why not? You know, you never know. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Shortstop Gonzalez over to first for the put out. Ramirez moves to third on the ground out. 6-3 for out number 2, but Ramirez moves up 60 feet. Caitlin Hines steps to the plate, the catcher. Hines is 0 for 2. Struck out both times. One time versus Salazar and one time versus Montez. 2-4-0-0 for McCollum, 0-0-0-0 for the Panthers. The line score. Only 5 hits, Jeff, for McCollum and 6 runs.
Walks,
timely hitting. So Hines digs in. First pitch is foul back down the first baseline.
Good job once again by Alyssa getting ahead in the count.
The 0-1, down low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Ramirez is your runner at third, a leadoff single, and then was advanced on a sacrifice, and then moved over on the fielder's choice. Ground ball to Gonzalez at shortstop over to first for the put out. So the leadoff single doesn't blossom into any runs. 6-3, we're scoring at home for the put out. No runs on 1 hit. They're leaving another on base. We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th. Jeffrey, you want to read that reader right now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. The 5th inning stretch is sponsored by Sunrise Restaurant, family dining at its best in Uvalde, Texas. Located at 510 West Main Street, we are open for breakfast and lunch. On your way through town, stop in and give our mouth-watering breakfast and delicious lunch plates a try. Easy in and easy out. Panther fans will be making many trips this way in the near future, and we want to invite you to stop by. If you are in a hurry, call 830-278-6100 for to-go orders. Go Panthers, and best of luck this season. That's
you want to give our other reader a game?
Yeah,
Mr. Elmendorf.
Yeah, we go ahead. Hey, the Magnolia Filling Station. Magnolia Filling Station features a daily dark roast and a Fiorella blend medium roast drip coffee, lattes, iced lattes, cold brews, Kai lattes, mochas, teas, and lemonades. Daily made from scratch pastries, muffins, cookies, cupcakes, and banana bread, just to name a few. A variety of sandwiches to include ham, turkey, Italian, and pimento cheese. Protein lunch boxes, English muffin breakfast sandwiches, and fresh fruit parfaits. Sit outside under the patio and enjoy the historic downtown Castroville atmosphere, or sit inside and visit with the friendly baristas and locals. Located at 1101 Fiorella Street in beautiful downtown Castroville.
Morgan Castiglione leads off here in the 5th inning. Castiglione doubled, but was stranded at third base. So she is 1 for 1. Got the first hit of the ball game for the Panthers in the 2nd. Ruiz with the 1-0 pitch. Castiglione bunts. Ruiz in front. The second baseman covering, it gets by her. Thrown there by the pitcher. Ruiz. Castiglione's going to be waved. Oh, all the way to third. I thought they were going to hold her up, and there was no way they were going to get it out at third.
So two-base error. I mean a single.
A single and then
with a two-base error
for Castiglione. So she has 2 hits tonight, 2 out of the 3. That's what the Panthers need, Jeff, to get this started here.
Actually, I mean, would they have got her out with a good throw?
I don't think so. I don't think
it's
so.
going to be close, so we're home scoring, so we're giving her a hit.
So Amethyst Valenzuela steps to the plate. Amethyst fouls that one back into the screen. 0-1. And Jeff, up until that at bat, Ruiz had only faced 2 batters over the minimum through the first 4 innings. So very efficient, as the Panthers haven't even batted through the lineup.
We got as far as little meeting in the middle here. First baseman called time, and she wanted to talk to America Ramirez at third base. Little strategy for the corner infielders.
Well, I think right now, if it's hit in the middle, you got to take the runner.
No, you take
the out at first.
If you're McCollum, you take the out.
The 0-1 pitch squares around the bunt. Bunts through it.
Wow, I was going to say,
they stuck behind her.
I think what the first baseman was telling the third baseman was she had the signs. I think she's got the signs.
So no balls and 2 strikes now to Amethyst. They almost backdoored Torres. Almost from the back door from Hines. 0-2, and that's lifted in the right field. Right field in. That gets by her. A single and then another error. Amethyst on her way to third base.
Look at that run.
Third.
Oh, my.
That's it, come around and score.
Did you see that throw from right field again? I think we saw that same arm when we were at McCollum, when we played him the first time. You remember somebody got thrown out at third base. It was Castiglione, I think, in that game. But, man, another hit and another 2-3. That was a 3-base error, actually.
Yep. So that ain't even an earned run. Neither one of those 2, are they?
No, absolutely not. Not with the errors.
But does Amethyst get credited for an RBI?
She gets credit for an RBI.
That's what the Panthers needed, Jeff.
Yeah,
and we had just. Then I guess we can take credit for that jinx. We had just bragged on the defense for McCollum, and the defense right now has cost them 2 runs. And that's what the Panthers needed. Gonzalez now will step to the plate. Gonzalez grounded out to the second baseman, so she was 0 for 1. But the Panthers have crept closer here with 2 runs here in the 5th with nobody out, still batting. Let's see if Ruiz can gather herself back inside the circle for the Cowboys. First pitch to Gonzalez. Ball low, 1 ball and no strikes. Gonzalez, as I mentioned, 0 for 1. Grounded out to the second baseman. Awaits the 1-0 pitch. Ball is lifted. It's going to take the ball out of play. Foul. Going to even the count at 1-1. So 5 bases worth of errors in this inning, Jeff, allowed by McCollum. The 1-1 pitch. She said she went around and bunted at it. It's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Gonzalez. The 1-2 pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And why did I something just came over me and said that I'm hungry, and why am I just thinking I'm getting hungry for bacon? What's with that? I have no idea.
Bacon? I fried up a bunch of bacon yesterday.
2-2 pitch. A shot in the left field. The left fielder off the glove. Another error. Gonzalez now on. That's the 3rd error in the inning for McCollum. I know it's homeschooling, Jeff, but
that's an error.
That's an error.
That one hit her in the glove.
Haley Marshall now steps to the plate. Haley was a strikeout victim in inning number 2, so she is 0 for 1. And the Reese inside the circle's got to be thinking, what do I have to do here to get an out? But when you put the ball in play and make the other team make the plays, that's what can happen. That ball bounces in as Gonzalez was stealing second base. What are we doing?
I don't know. She didn't know where the ball was. Looks like she didn't know where the ball was.
I don't think the coach knew where the ball was.
Well, the coach had the stop sign up at third base, but Elena was kind of like going back and forth like she didn't know where the ball was. All you got to do is look at your coach.
Yep. And Jeff, I don't think Marshall squared around the bunt.
She did.
They called that a strike.
Oh,
maybe. Yeah, it says 0-1. Ball is bunted foul.
Foul ball.
And good job by the umpire, letting everybody know.
That first pitch, though, did she try to bunt it?
I don't know. That was low and it bounced in there.
Let's go, Blue. Got it, 1-1, yeah. So that first pitch was not a strike.
Well, let's see. I think that's what Elena was wondering if it was fouled off or what. Well, she was kind of hesitant to second base.
Yeah.
One ball and strike to Marshall.
Wild pitch is what it was.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. Squares around the bunt, that one. And bunts it foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Your 3rd run for the Panthers, waiting at second base with no outs. Cut this lead in half. It's 6-2. 2 unearned runs here already. In the inning. 1-2 pitch. That bounces in, and that totally confuses the catcher, Hines, as Hines was set up outside, and that one bounced right over the middle of the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I don't want to say that's a big run at second base, but it's a pretty big run with nobody out.
Especially when the Panthers have 2 more at bats. 2-2 pitch.
Top of the order.
Ball is lifted out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Gonzalez, your runner at second. Panthers have cut this 6-0 lead, 6-2. Still nobody out in the 5th. Ball is lifted into center field. Center fielder Martinez giving chase. Has it. Gonzalez tagging up to throw to third. Not in time. So F8 for out number 1. Yeah. Gonzalez moves to third on the
fly out. It's not a sacrifice because your runner was already in scoring position. How many times do you see that mistake made?
What's that?
they give somebody a sacrifice.
As far as scoring? Yeah, quite a bit. It's like a ground ball to that side.
And that's a weird thing too. I mean, you hit a ground ball to the right side, and it's not a sacrifice. I mean, even if you advance the runner to second base from first base, you know what I mean?
Montez, and the pitch gets by the catcher, and Gonzalez will come in standing up.
And that's why you want to get to third base.
Absolutely. First pitch to Montez is high, got by the catcher Hines. Going to be a wild pitch.
So 3 unearned runs in the inning.
And Montez steps to the plate, Jeff. Alyssa is 0 for 2, so she is due here for the Panthers.
Yep. And that was a ball. I missed that one.
1-0 pitch is high. Boy, that was disciplined by Alyssa. She wanted to chase that one.
Good job laying off.
Absolutely.
And they are playing her to shoot it to right field again. Look, even the center fielder shaded over now.
2-0 pitch. Ball is lifted, foul, out of play. 2-1 now is the count. One pitch is ball 3. 3-1.
So here, Maury, is hitters count. You always like to see something over the white part of the plate here that you can really get behind and square up and drive somewhere.
3-1. Bounces in, ball 4. So a 1-out walk. Ariel Chichester steps to the plate. Jeff, that is the first walk of Panther batters. And that came in the 5th inning.
Yeah, I'm going to have a courtesy runner here for the pitcher.
Is that Viviana Diaz? Nope. Is she back? Yeah, she's back.
Yeah, it is.
Coming in to run for the pitcher, number 00,
Viviana Diaz now the pinch runner at first. As Ariel Chichester at the plate. Chichester popped up to the pitcher and singled. So she is 1 for 2. Chester digging in. Ball is lifted into shallow left field. Left fielder, and they run into each other.
Single.
Wow. Just a lack of communication between the shortstop and the left fielder.
Boy, Maury, maybe I should praise their defense a little more, because that could very easily have been called an error, but that's a base hit.
Yeah, nobody touched it. But it should have been an out. Should have been a routine out.
And that's, 3-4 now of those big plays in this inning.
Mackenzie Viejo now steps to the plate. Ruiz has got to be beside herself inside the circle. And Jeff, Wynn could have played a lot of that with that.
It sure did. It did, yeah. Wynn's picked up a little bit.
Anything up in the air.
But that's, that's one of those plays, though. The left fielder takes charge, and if the left fielder calls it, you got to get out of the way.
Squares around the bunt. Off to first for the putout as Alvarez was covering, as Ruiz went to Alvarez for the putout. 1-4 for out number 2.
I'm not sure about that call.
I'm wondering about that.
You've got a girl in the 3-hole for, that's where your best hitter is supposed to be, in the 3-hole.
I was thinking the same thing.
You've got first and second with 1 out, and you're going to give up an out,
and you got him rattled a little bit out there.
Nash right now can make him pay for that.
Nash stepping in. That ball is lifted back behind first base.
Wow. That was almost amazing. That would have been not only a great play, that would have been an amazing play. And that was off of our screen, so you didn't get to see it, but she laid out.
Yeah, Alvarez in foul ball territory actually had it until she hit the ground. So Nash will step back in with some new life. Avery is 0 for 2, a fly out to the first baseman and a line out to the shortstop.
She was able to find that right field gap over there.
But has runners now in scoring position. The 0-2 pitch.
Oh, the left field ball. Just hit it out of here.
So get out of here, ball. And it's gone.
We got a tie game, Maury.
There we go.
And, that was a great play by butting those runners over.
Well, it doesn't matter. We were going to get them anyways. But a home run by Nash, and we have a new ball game. 6-5 now is your score.
6-6?
No, 6-5. Boy,
that was a 3-run home run.
And we had 2.
We had 3.
2. 6-6.
That's a tie game. Yeah.
And Jeff, you got to feel for Ruiz, but hey, defense is part of it too.
You have one defensive miscue after another, and you just let the team right back in it.
And Nash with a blast ties up the ball game 6-6.
And what are you going to come up with for those now?
I don't know.
The Nash Bash. The Nash Bash.
The 1-0 pitch to Upton. That ball is fouled back out of play. 1-1. Upton lined out to the shortstop and flew out to the right fielder.
And what a spark plug Nash has been since she's come back into the lineup after double knee surgeries in the offseason. And she comes back out to swing the bat and is
1-1 pitch.
Swinging it pretty good. She had a home run in her last game as well.
That was dead center.
That was straight away.
As Martinez tried to catch up to it, but there was no way, as that one was out of here. 2-1 pitch. Wow, that's a shot, but that's going to be foul. Upton roped that one down.
We talked about earlier just getting the game close so you have a chance in the 7th inning. Now you're at a point where in their batting order, I don't think you can get away with not having to face their 3-4 hitters again if you take care of business in the next 2 innings.
And Montez has done that so far.
You just got to come out and throw strikes.
She's pitched 3 scoreless innings so far. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Upton steps back in. 2-2 pitch is high, 3-2. So a grand slam for McCollum, and then a 3-run blast for the Panthers. A Nash Bash. Payoff pitch. Ball 4. Just a second walk of the inning. Morgan Castiglione steps to the plate. Morgan is 2 for 2 with a run scored, a double and a single and a run scored.
Going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher. That's going to be number 87. That's Alicia Gonzalez, I believe.
That's exactly who that is. Gonzalez, the runner courtesy runner at first for the catcher, Upton.
Is going to be number 87, Alicia Gonzalez.
Joe Gonzalez, the runner at first.
Now, if you're Medina Valley in this situation with 2 outs, if Castiglione gets 2 strikes on her, I would look to put the runner in motion trying to get her to second base. Especially with how hot Castiglione's been swinging the bat. Wouldn't be a bad idea to have her in scoring position.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't hurt to do it in the first couple of pitches either.
First pitch to Morgan. It's high. They don't need to steal on that. Is that just sailed over the catcher? Wild pitch. Runner moves into scoring position at second base.
Something's going on with the young lady pitching for McCollum now. I mean, she went from throwing dimes to missing badly.
Well,
on some pitches.
But you got to be frustrated a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. She's thrown a lot. Yeah, she's thrown a lot of pitches this inning.
The 1-0 pitch. Ball high, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Ball low, 3-0. And you have first base open. So, I mean, I'm not saying you're pitching around Castiglione, but she is one of the hot batters tonight. So the 3-0 pitch coming now. As the Panthers with the go-ahead run is at second base with 2 outs. Panthers have,
let me ask you this,
tied this ball game 6-6.
Do you green light her right here?
I would, absolutely. Don't need to, as that's ball 4.
Ball 4. Take a walk.
Just a third walk in the ball game, Jeff, but that's all have came in this inning. 3 walks. And I think we might have a pitching change. So it looks like is that 13 may come into the ball game? The pitch, I can't see with the ponytail.
Well, what do you got on your list there? Do you have a number 13?
And that's exactly all going to make a pitching change, and that pitching change is sponsored by Peerless Equipment. 19, that looks like. Yep, that's Mia Barrios, Jeff, that's coming in to pitch.
Yeah, pitch and change.
And I said that's sponsored by Peerless Equipment.
You got it. Thank you, Peerless Equipment.
So,
Maureen, I'm about ready to send out if anybody wants to get in on the playoffs for baseball and softball, we will be sending out packages here shortly. But if you would like to go ahead and let me know, we can go ahead and sign you up for the playoffs.
So Barrios will inherit 2 runners on base. That's Gonzalez at second, am I correct? And Castelloni at first.
Alicia.
Amethyst. Valenzuela steps to the plate for the Panthers. Amethyst is 1 for 2 with a run scored and has an RBI. So 1 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI for Amethyst. Go ahead and run, Jeff. 120 feet away at second base. See if Barrios can get the Cowboys out of this jam as the Panthers have scratched across a crooked number 6 here to tie the ball game up in the 5th. First pitch, backs it off. Good job by Hines keeping that ball in front of her. Oh, the runners will advance 60 feet. Valenzuela now heading the count 1-0. Barrios stares in. And the 1-0 pitch. Floats in there for a strike, 1-1.
That's a drop ball if I ain't never seen a drop ball. I think she pitched against us the last time, too. Yeah, I think we said the same thing when we saw her the last time.
I mean, that ball just, like the bottom just fell out of that one. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, same thing. Wow. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Barrios inside the circle trying to put out this little bit of a fire that the Panthers have if they scratch 6 runs across and have tied this ball game up. Amethyst waiting. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. So Barrios comes in there and does the job. But a lot of damage is done. Most of it off the bat of Avery Nash. But the Panthers in that inning, 6 runs with 3 hits, 4 hits, 3 walks. We're tied going into the 6th. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. Lorena Gonzalez, Brianna Garza, 8-9 men back to the top. Montez back in there for her 4th inning of work. Strike called, 0-1. Montez, Jeff, has shut down the Cowboys since she's been in the ball game.
Yeah, I mean, the key is going to be for Alyssa to continue to work ahead.
Ball is lifted out of play. 0-2.
And I hope that doesn't hit me. But continue to work ahead, throw strikes, and hopefully your defense, continues to make plays behind you.
And Jeff, out of the 3 innings she's pitched, she's only faced 2 over the minimum. So she's out there for a 4th inning of work. The 0-2 pitch is high and outside, 1-2. Lorena Gonzalez walked, scored on the grand slam, and then a strikeout victim. So she is 0 for 1 with a run scored. Ball is lifted in the left field. Left fielder Marshall going in foul ball territory. Tracks it down and makes the play. Foul ball territory. Good job by Marshall figuring out the wind out there. F7 if you're scoring at home for out number 1. Brianna Garza now steps to the plate.
Number 7, Brianna Garza.
Garza walked and was a strikeout victim. She is 0 for 1 as well, but scored a run. Strike called. Montez doing a good job getting ahead in the count on these number 8 and 9 batters. You've got to keep them off the base for sure. The 0-1. Just off the plate, 1-1.
And Montez right now is working in a good rhythm.
You can tell because Alyssa doesn't mess around much in between pitches.
Well, and remember the last time we saw her pitch, how she was taking so much time and she was doing something different. Remember we noticed something was different? And she's kind of got that,
I'm ready and I want to get going. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Brianna Garza.
And she threw a lot more changeups last time we saw her, and she hadn't really thrown a lot tonight.
The 1-2 pitch. Wow, just off the plate, 2-2. That ball was a little out.
Yeah, it was low and out.
But good location there. So Garza steps back in, awaits the 2-2 pitch. Tie ball game here in the top of the 6th. That ball bounces in, full count. And the payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4.
What you didn't want to do. As soon as we start talking about it,
Lauren Martinez now steps to the plate. Martinez a walk, a single, and a fly out. She is 1 for 2 with a run scored. First pitch is a strike called, 0-1.
She hit one right back up the middle last time.
The 0-1 pitch, line foul, 0-2.
Quick hands.
She hit one right back up the middle, but it was right at Castiglione, as Castiglione ended up catching that one.
Oh yeah, the fly ball. Something about her base hit. I'm sorry.
The 0 for 2, and that's a shot in the left field. Left fielder Marshall makes the play, diving in. A great job out there by Haley Marshall. F7 for out number 2.
That's one of those. That's another great play, Maury, out there.
Better believe it. So now Madeline Ruiz steps to the plate. Ruiz, a fielder's choice, a pop-up and a single, has scored a run. Strike called, 0-1. So she is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Swing and a miss, 0-2. It's imperative, Jeff, that you get this out. You do not want 2 runners on with Espinosa coming to the plate.
That is correct.
The Do you put the runner in motion here with 2 strikes?
Absolutely not. Not if I'm them.
Well, you're wrong. Just putting her in motion.
And you get tagged out. Yep. That's why you don't do it.
Yeah, but you need offensive number 2 hitter.
Right. You do. Okay. But you have, if you had runners on first and second, you have your best hitter coming up.
Well, me and their coach think alike.
Yeah, y'all do. And you're both out.
Yep. So no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Tied 6-6. Panther softball will continue in just a moment. Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. Barrios out there for another inning of work for the Cowboys. Panthers will send to the plate Gonzalez, Marshall, and then the top of the order. So Barrios, Jeff, will have to face the meat of the Panthers order also. That's what you want. And get into the 7th.
That's what you want. You want a chance in the bottom of the 7th. You want your best hitters to come up, and you're just like McCollum. It's going to come down to a heavyweight fight.
Gonzalez,
7th inning,
steps to the plate. Elena is 0 for 2, but got on and scored a run off the home run from Nash. So she is 0 for 2 with a run scored.
The Panthers number 9, Elena Gonzalez.
Jeff Gonzalez with good speed. If she gets on, you have a chance here.
Yep.
The pitch from Barrios.
Man, that ball just drops.
The bottom just falls out of that.
And that's a tough pitch to hit when it's something you hadn't seen all year.
No balls in 1 strike. Gonzalez gathers herself. Barrios with a stare in. The 0-1. It's a ground ball. Second baseman in. Snapped there over to first for the put out.
Joss over to first.
4-3 for out number 1.
Up number 2, Haley Marshall.
Haley Marshall now stepping to the plate. Marshall with a strikeout and a flyout. But a great defensive play out there in the last inning from Haley Marshall. First pitch to Marshall is ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Corner still, Jeff, in tight. The middle infield playing a little bit in.
Yeah, actually, that's more like normal for softball. That's a normal alignment, and you're just trying to take away a little bit of everything right here. Play it normal, and if you're McCollum,
strike call 1-1.
If you're McCollum after that last inning, that's kind of what you want. You want to get your team back to normal and playing routine softball. Look, the right fielder's not even as far over to the right.
Don't worry about it. No, she isn't. The 1-1 pitch bounces in there, 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike to Marshall. 1 out, tie ball game, bottom 6. And the pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. Do you step up in the plate and try to hit that before it drops, or do you step back and hit it after it drops?
Oh, absolutely. No, you get up and you bury yourself in the front of the box.
Marshall has scooted up.
Yeah, she's way up there.
2-2 pitch.
It's kind of what you do with any kind of softball pitch. You always hear people saying, scoot back in the box if she throws hard. Well, you actually want to move up in the box because you want to take away that rise ball. So any kind of softball stuff like that, you want to usually move up in the box.
So Marshall waits the payoff pitch from Barrios. Panthers need some base runners. Tie ball game, bottom 6. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. There's that drop ball again. Strikeout for out number 2. We'll go back to the top of the order to Alyssa Montez. Montez is 0 for 2. Walked in the big 5th inning, came around and scored off the big mash bash that tied this ball game. 2 outs now. Barrios with the pitch, just off the plate, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Foul ball. That goes off the umpire. He need to go out and talk to the pitcher or something. You all right, Blue? I'm good. I'm always good.
He told you. He said he's always good.
Yep. Well, I'm just being courteous because I didn't.
That one didn't. That
stung a little bit. Little cool weather.
He shook it off.
So the 1-1 pitch now to Montez from Barrios. On its way. A shot to third. Third baseman over to first for the long throw. That's Ramirez over to Espinosa. A 1-2-3 inning. Barrios says retired all 4 batters she's faced. 5-3. We head to the 7th, Jeff. We're tied up at 6. Panther softball will continue here in just a moment.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. 939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dodson House Moving and Remodeling. Ruiz, Espinosa, and Ramirez will step to the plate for the Cowboys in the top of the 7th in a tie ball game. 2-3-4.
Tough part of the order that Alyssa's going to be facing.
Ramirez with a fielder's choice, a fly out and a single, and a run scored. 1 for 3 with a run scored. Scored that first run in the first inning.
I can guarantee you
one double from Espinosa.
If she gets on base, they're not going to be bunting her over.
I wouldn't think so. First pitch is ball 1. It's a grounder. Chichester eats it up to throw over to first in time for the putout. 5-3 for the out.
Well, that's what you wanted. You wanted to pitch to these next 2 with nobody on base.
Boys won tonight 5-3.
Madison Espinosa steps to the plate. Espinosa with a double, a home run, a run scored, 5 RBI.
Number 13, Maddie Espinosa.
A double and a grand slam. She accounts for 5 of the 6 RBI. First pitch is down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Ramirez just as dangerous a hitter, waiting on deck. The 1-0 pitch, that's a shot. It's going to go over the right fielder for a base hit. Let's see if they're going to send it to second base. A good strong throw in, just not in time. A stand-up, one-out double, and a go-ahead run at second base. Panthers just cannot find an answer, Jeff, for the bat of Espinosa. America Ramirez now steps to the plate. Ramirez with a double, an RBI, an error, and a single. 2 for 3 with an RBI.
Well, I tell you what, if you're the Panthers, you should be playing your outfielders deep and taking away the doubles.
Let me ask you this: with first base open, do you walk her and get the first base? I definitely
put her on.
I would not even throw a pitch to this young lady.
Put her on.
Ramirez now digging in. Ground ball to shortstop Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a throw with the first in time. Throw from Bain to third. Got it out!
Pitch to her, just like I said. Pitch to her.
Good job there. Gonzalez with the throw to first.
I love it when
out number 2.
I love it
and
when
then Bain with a laser shot over to third base as they retire the run. And now we got a meeting to see if they're going to overturn it here. And I don't think you can. You
from
can't
home
overlook
plate.
that.
He can't see that from home plate. But I tell you, I'm hollering, don't pitch to her, put her on base. But what an awesome play, Maury. I mean, I love when they prove me wrong in situations like that.
What a throw to first for Gonzalez, and then Claire Bain with a laser the third base to eliminate the runner at third, to eliminate Espinosa trying to go from second to third on the grounder.
But I will say, Maury, the play there is still do not pitch to Ramirez. You've got an open base and the winning run at second base. You put her on and you take your chances with the next batter.
But with that said,
it worked out.
We head to the bottom of the 7th.
We're going to stay here.
We're going to stay here, okay. So we go to the bottom of the 7th, 3 up, 3 down. Montez had not yielded a run in 5 innings of pitching. Wow. Jeff, do you realize that is 2 double play, inning-ending plays?
Well, it's at third base.
At third base with a run.
And you never make the last out. Well, you never make the first out at third base. You never make the last out at home. But in situations like that,
it took a laser throw
from Bain.
And to third base, and a good job by Chichester.
Yeah, for the swat tag.
Espinosa tried to slide around the tag.
Right.
Great tag.
What is the normal situation there? I mean, Claire Bain is normally a third baseman. So you know she's got a strong arm.
Absolutely. And Chichester now steps to the plate, Jeff. Chichester is 2 for 3. With a run scored off the home run. So she is 2 for 3, yes. First pitch from Barrios is ball 1 ball and no strikes.
Oh, that's right. She had the pop-up single in that last inning.
It's a line drive on the scorecard.
That's right.
Barrios with the stare in.
Tell you what they got to do right now. They got to figure out this drop ball.
Well, she's faced 4 batters, Panther batters, and retired all 4 since she's been putting the ball in.
They have not figured that out yet.
So Chichester waits on the 1-1 pitch. Tie ball game, bottom 7. Ground ball, foul.
Even that one, she hit the top of the ball. You know, they're not squaring anything up right now off of, is it Barrios? Is that what you said?
Barrios.
What a different little pitcher you can put in. You know, you have that luxury.
So Chichester now awaits the 1-2 pitch. And here it is.
I was going to say, the one place, if you're Barrios, that you don't want to miss is up in the zone, because that ball floats down there into the strike zone. And that could be, something that the Panthers could handle when they get it up there where they can see it. She's done a good job of keeping it low.
2-2 is the count. And the pitch. It's a ground ball, foul. Another time, Jeff hitting the top half of the ball.
Yeah, when she throws it about knee high and the bottom falls out of it, there ain't much you can do with it. Chichester's done a good job of fouling those pitches off.
We'll redo 2-2. Barrios doing some field work around the mound. Now steps back on. 2-2 pitch. It's a shot in the center field. Center fielder Martinez going back. Kemp's under it for the put out.
That's gone to center field, number 1.
F8 if you're screwing at home for out number 1.
Number 3, Mackenzie Vallejo.
Mackenzie Viejo steps to the plate. Mackenzie is 0 for 3 tonight. So let's see if she can reach base for the first time tonight for the Panthers. Barrios with the pitch. Ball is outside, 1-0. Barrios a long look in the 1-0 pitch is high, 2-0. Well, that didn't look like a pitch Barrios has thrown all night. As that got away from her high. Mia Barrios, the pitcher. Viejo, the batter, waits a 2-0 pitch. Ball floats in there for a strike, 2-1.
That's the one that started out about chest high and ended up belt high. That you want to, but on a 2-0, that.
And the 2-1 to Viejo. Oh, wow, that looked outside. Oh, my. Wow, that evens the count at 2-2.
Yeah, Blue's been pretty consistent all night.
They have.
That was a little questionable,
but 2-2. And the pitch. Outside, full count.
Tell you what, he's been one of the more consistent ones we've had this year.
Yes, he has. Yes, and even on the foul balls and stuff, he calls it right away and lets you know what's happening. He's very boisterous there. And that's what you like. And not boisterous towards anything else but on the field. The payoff pitch to Viejo. Ground ball, a line drive, bouncer. It looked like a line drive, but it did bounce to Ramirez. Ramirez from third all the way over to first for the put out for out number 2.
Number 21, Avery Nash.
Avery Nash now steps to the plate. Nash is 1 for 3 with a 3-run home run that tied up the ball game in the 5th. Her first time of seeing Barrios inside the circle. And Jeff, is this, wait till after this pitch from Barrios. Is this the first game that I've seen Avery without her knee brace?
No, you're correct, it is.
Not saying it's fully healthy, but maybe
she's feeling a lot better.
Feeling a lot better. 1 ball and no strikes as Barrios steps out. Nash awaits the 1-0 pitch. Hines set up outside. And that's where it goes outside.
Maybe
and Avery needs to realize
they're probably not going to be giving her.
Avery needs to realize
they're putting her on.
Yep.
They're going to take their chances with Upton.
So a walk now issued. Intentional walk to Nash. So Upton now steps to the plate. Upton is 0 for 2 with a walk. And Jeff, not a bad idea with a 2-0 count.
No, not a bad idea at all.
To put Nash on.
If you get this one out, especially.
Yep. But it's like you said, even if you don't, that's the right play.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want her to end the game on one swing of the bat.
So 1 ball and no strikes to Upton. First base runner against Barrios since he's been in. The winning run is at first in Nash. That pitch is outside, 2-0. Let's see how Barrios reacts now, Jeff, with a runner on.
Well, not only that, she's thrown, 4 straight balls now.
And they've all been high, and she's usually been keeping the ball low.
She's still retiring, girls, although giving up the intentional walk.
The 2-0 pitch. That's high, ball 3. Castiglione waits on deck, one of your hottest hitters tonight.
Tell you what, and if I'm if Nash gets to second base, I'm probably putting in a pinch runner.
For Avery?
Yep.
Upton waits 3-0 pitch. Barrios delivers. Strike called, 3-1. Taken all the way, no doubt. Now, Jeff, if you're Upton, you're still waiting.
You're still wanting
for that pitch
there, yeah.
right down the middle.
You want that one that starts out at your chest and ends up at your belt.
Big pitch here coming from Barrios. Upton digs in. The 3-1. Strike called.
No, but that wasn't it. No, that's not the pitch you want.
So Nash will be in motion with a full count pitch with 2 outs.
Yep. Right field, right center gap is still wide. Well,
Jeff, you see where Alvarez has moved back to the grass at second base. Barrios with the stare in. The full count pitch, ball 4.
All 4 should take the walk.
Now Morgan Castiglione steps to the plate. Morgan with a double, a single, and a walk. She's gotten on every time at base.
Well, and you've got 18 girls on the bench over there, and right now, Nash is not one of your better runners. I would definitely, right here, right now, I'd put in one of those pinch runners.
So Castiglione, the first time that she's faced Barrios. Ball 1-0. The ball bounces in there. Good job by Hines, Jeff, of keeping that ball in front of her.
And I tell you what, a good job by Castiglione there. You know, she likes that low and outside pitch, and she held off on that one.
There is a big gap, Jeff, in between left and center.
Well, if Castiglione is able to hit either one of those gaps, this game will be over.
Morgan digging in. Awaits the 1-0 pitch from Barrios. Backs her off, 2-0.
Nash knows to be running on the hit too, so a base hit, this game may be over.
Amethyst waits on deck, but Castiglione could win the ball game here for the Panthers. Barrios taking a long time in between pitches. And the 2-0. Way high, 3-0. Now you do not give her the green light. I know she's been your hottest batter. You have to take
it all the way here.
Winning run at second base.
Tell you what I like about the McCollum team. They call a lot of timeouts and talk to their pitchers, don't they? They always want to know, let the pitchers know, hey, we got your back.
They understand the situation.
Yeah.
Ruiz would have liked that every once in a while for them to come in and say, we got your back. A few times on the defensive side.
Yep.
3-0 pitch. Strike call. Good job, Morgan. Now you're ready. 3 balls and 1 strike. You're not even worried about Upton at first. The run you're worried about is standing 120 feet away and Avery Nash at second base. That's the run that counts. And a 3-1. That's a shot in the hole, Jeff. Right fielder coming in. They're waving her home. Oh, no!
And that's why you have a pinch runner. Poor Nash. I mean, she's just not that fast, Maury. And you had a chance right there.
The right fielder is playing in.
The right fielder's playing in, but Nash is not your fastest runner. I think everybody knows that, and that's why you have to give her an opportunity by putting somebody in there.
Espinosa with the strong.
Yeah, well, what a bullet she threw.
9-2.
And we also know, we talked about her arm earlier in the game.
Yes, we did.
We did. We saw it in the first game.
Almost got a Panther out at third base, and I was even thinking, Jeff, when she come charging up for that ball, hold her up at third base.
Yeah, I was watching.
The play at home wasn't even close.
No.
With that said, we had the extra innings. Panther softball will continue here in just a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. What a gem out there, Jeff, by the right fielder.
And we have seen her when we played at McCollum. She threw a frozen rope from deep right field to third base and got Morgan Castiglione out at third base. And that's one that we were all like, oh, my God, where'd that come from?
Well, and that was a little shallower throw, but it was a line shot. A good job by Hines catching. And Jeff Nash, no matter which way she tried to slide around, and she was not going to be there.
No.
That ball is lined in the left field, but in foul ball territory. As Caitlin Alvarez leads off. Alvarez walked, ground out, and then a sacrifice. So she is 0 for 1 tonight. Been on base twice. 0-1 pitch is outside, 1-1. Extra innings here on a Tuesday evening here at Panther Field. Sure glad I brought a jacket because it's gotten cold.
Yeah.
I
guess we're just fighting over who's not going to bring the jacket.
I told you I have another one in the drawer.
I got your blanket.
2-2. Shot in the center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. A lead-off double for the Cowboys. Caitlin Alvarez, second baseman.
Yeah, now we're going to bunt her over.
That is the first or second hit that has been issued by Montez. As now Soraya Torres, the shortstop, steps to the plate. Torres is 0 for 3.
Know where you're going on the bunt, girls. Know where you're going.
Squares around the bunt. Good bunt, but it's going to go foul. Jeff, that time it kind of looked like Torres was more batting for a base hit instead of giving herself up. Does that look more like a drag
that's
bunt?
What coach is about to tell her. Hey, you're bunting to get this girl over to second base. I don't care if you get thrown out at first or not.
It's called a sacrifice because you're sacrificing
yourself up. Yeah, one of the most misconstrued concepts is that when you bunt, you're taking the bat out of your hands. Well, no, you're not. You're helping your team execute.
And if you're the bunter, you're saying, well, I'm going to try to bunt for a hit, and you need different frame of mentality there. So now the 0-1 pitch. That's a great to bunt the ball right there as Montez over as Amethyst is covering first base on the shift. So that's going down as a sacrifice. 1-4 for out number 1. That's going to bring up the catcher, Caitlin Hines. Caitlin Hines struck out twice and grounded out to the shortstop, so she is 0 for 3.
Not so sure here that you don't play your middle infield in a little bit tighter.
First pitch is a strike called, 0-1.
And try to, if a ball's hit hard at you, try to cut down that run at home.
The go-ahead run is at third base in Caitlin Alvarez with 1 out in the 8th. That ball is down low, wants a check swing and palms down. Upton asked for it and got rewarded, but palms down, 1-1.
What do you think about that major league rule now, about the tie-breaking rule, runner at second base?
What, in
Major League?
Major League?
Yeah.
Ground ball to short. Gonzalez steps, looks it back and throws it home. And Jeff, you needed to get the out at first.
Yeah, well, as soon as she looked it back and she stopped, she should have thrown it to first. Now you got yourself in a little pickle.
So now at first and third, how do you score that? fielder's choice, or it's not a hit.
Yeah, it's a fielder's choice.
Yeah, that time Gonzalez, when she stared the runner at third down, and she did not break home. The play was at first base to get the second out. So Lorena Gonzalez now steps to the plate. Lorena walked and scored a run. Scored on the grand slam, strikeout, and a flyout. So she is 0 for 2 with a run scored. But now the go-ahead run is 60 feet away. Runners at the corners now with still one out.
Did we get a substitute somewhere?
We got a courtesy runner at third. At first.
And if she steals here, we give her second base.
And that's for the catcher Hines.
Yeah. And I will put her in motion right here because I'm gonna ask you. You gonna throw her out? We're gonna steal home.
No, I'd let her go to second.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If I'm the coach, I'm stealing. I'm gonna make you make the decision as a defense.
So Gonzalez steps to the plate. First pitch is high, ball 1-0. Nothing going on that pitch.
No signs given either.
The 1-0 pitch. Ball is lifted out of play. 1-1.
Foul ball, even the count at 1-1. 1 out.
Gonzalez, the designated player tonight for the Cowboys. Runners at the corners with 1 out. We're tied up here 6-6 in the extra inning, 8th. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Now the runner goes, and she's going to stand up at second base. Fielder's indifference. But, Jeff, the big thing is you got 2 strikes on the batter. You got the number 9 hitter waiting on deck.
Who got a hit last time up, I believe.
Nope, she walked.
No, she walked. Okay.
She's walked 2 out of the 3 times in the number 9 hole. 1-2, swing and a miss. Good job by Montez.
That's only 2. Okay. I thought Upton was about to throw that one down.
So Brianna Garza now steps to the plate. Garza is 0 for 1. She's walked twice, scored a run, and strikeout. Number 9 hitter. Ball low, 1-0. Jeff, this is a big at bat right now. You've got to get this out. You not let it get to the top. There's been a lot of big
at bats have we gone through tonight?
But this is the biggest.
Yeah, this is the biggest of the night for Montez. For sure.
Pitch. Ground ball is short. The second for the putout. Amethyst over for the out. Got underway to Montez. 4-3 for the third out of the inning. No runs on 1 hit. They'll leave 2 on base. Jeff, we're going to head to the bottom of the 8th inning, tied 6-6. Panther softball will continue here in just a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back, Panther softball, sponsored by North Park.
No, look, we got a pitching change.
And Dotson House Moving and Remodeling.
We got a pitching change, number 6. Is that the one that started the game?
And that pitching change is sponsored by
Peerless Equipment. Thank you, Peerless Equipment. That's the girl that started the game.
Nope, that was number
12.
Number 6?
Yes, no. Yes, it is.
Yeah. They put their starting pitcher
so
back in.
Ruiz comes back in the ball game for the Cowboys as Amethyst Valenzuela will lead off for the Panthers here.
Interesting.
In the tying 8th inning. So Ruiz back in there. And they're going to switch left fielders and right fielders around here too, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't know.
And as we mentioned, this pitching change is sponsored by Peerless Equipment.
Well, base runners are at a premium here now.
First pitch is fouled back into the screen, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. We're tied up here in the 8th. 0-1 in tight, 1-1.
Well, it would be huge if she could get on base right here with, one of your better bunters, Elena Gonzalez, on deck.
1-1 pitch is a number down to first base. Espinosa fields it, 3 unassisted for out number 1.
Next to the plate, number 9, Elena Gonzalez.
Elena Gonzalez now steps to the plate. Elena is 0 for 3 with a run scored. Ground ball down the third base side, foul, 0-1.
Try to shoot one down there to see if she can get that back, America Ramirez at third base to back up a little bit.
So 0-1.
And then she threw it inside.
And it's down to first base for the out. Another 3 unassisted for Espinosa.
Knew that was coming. She was going to try to bunt that second one.
And she got it inside.
Yeah, she threw an inside pitch.
Not letting her go to the opposite side. 9th ground out. Panthers will send pinch hitter to bat. That'll be Aniston Stivers. She'll bat for Haley Marshall, who was 0 for 3, struck out twice and flied out to the center fielder. So the first time we'll see Stivers tonight. She'll bat with 2 outs here in a tie ball game.
Middle.
13 for 2. Coming in for number 2. Coming into the game is number 13, Aniston Stivers.
So 2 outs here. Tied up here in extra innings in the 8th. First pitch to Stivers is a swing and a miss, 0-1. Ruiz re-entered here in the 8th as she started the ball game. The 0-1 bounces in, 1-1. And I believe, Jeff, all of those runs were credited to her, so she might be the pitcher of record now. Am I correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
So Annie waits the 1-1 pitch. Foul tip back into the glove. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
1-2 pitch coming up. 2 outs.
Good job by the umpires. That ball got Hines right above the knee pad. The shin guard right above the knee on the foul tip. She shakes it off. She's back in there. Ruiz checking on her battery mate.
If you're Aniston here, you're looking to extend the inning.
1 ball and 2
top
strikes.
of the order coming up.
Set up way outside. Just off the plate, 2-2. Pitch. Ball is lifted. That's going to be down for a base hit. Stivers will round first on the way to second. The throw is not in time. So a 2-out double for Stivers. The winning run is at second base. We take it back to the top of the order in Alyssa Montez.
That'll bring us back to the top of the lineup for the Panthers. Number 99, Alyssa Montez.
Now look where the right fielder's playing. Look at where the center fielder's playing. They're all playing Montez.
They're all shifted all the way to right field.
She just needs to try to hit the ball where it's pitched and hit it hard somewhere.
First pitch to Montez is outside. High. Alyssa Montez is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. She scored on the 3-run Nash Bash that tied the ball game. Stivers the winning run at second. The 1-0 pitch. High 2-0. Now, are you pitching around her?
I don't know.
Chester's force at any base?
She's got 2 hits tonight. You know, I don't know that I think you pick your poison, here in this situation.
That's what I'm saying is it doesn't get easier.
No.
But you get a force at any base, so we'll see. 2-0 pitch. Ball 3, 3-0.
Batters way ahead. 3-0 pitch coming up.
You're definitely taken here.
You would hope so.
But look at that gap over there. That right fielder is right on the line.
Well, there's gaps everywhere out there. Look at the gap over third base. Strike call, 3-1.
You just got to try to.
The left fielder is in line with the shortstop. So there is Lucas, but I have not seen.
And she pulled the ball. She pulled one to the third baseman earlier, but that's not her thing.
The 3-1 pitch for Ruiz. Swing and a miss, full count.
That's a good pitch right there. It's one you didn't have to swing at it, but it looked good.
Yeah. Full count pitch. That's a base hit. The runner will round home. They're holding her up, and Jeff out of there.
That's good thing. And they had the center fielder kind of play out the right area.
So runners at the corners now with Chichester.
And you got to think she held her up that time because of what happened in the last inning.
Winning run home. Number 44.
Going to have a courtesy runner now for
Viviana Diaz will be the courtesy runner for the pitcher Montez. Chichester now steps to the plate.
Coming in to run for the pitcher, number 00, Viviana Diaz.
They're putting Chichester on.
And
they're loading the bases for Mackenzie Villejo.
That means Panthers have bases.
Jeff, I don't disagree with that.
No, I don't either.
You got to force it in the base now.
What is Mackenzie done
She
tonight?
is 0 for 4.
Yep. Be a good time for her first one.
Says she went around 0-1. I don't think she did, but
it was a question.
Close.
Yeah.
So the base is full. Villejo at the plate. You're not worried about any run but the runner at third. Foul back,
and they're playing everything straight away now. Right fielder's still a little bit to the right side.
A.B. Nash is waiting on deck, and I got news for her. She ain't gonna bat, regardless.
Yeah.
Not in this inning anyway. The 0-2 to Villejo. Foul back in the screen. The count holds at 0-2.
The battle continues.
Ruiz with the stare in. Villejo at the plate. Foul back. Count 0-2 still.
Another foul ball.
Mackenzie's seen her a lot tonight, too. She was her fourth at bat against her and third at bat for sure. Tried to elevate a little bit there.
This is actually her fifth at bat. Oh, no, not, but probably third against Reese. Yeah, third or fourth against Reese. Takes that pitch high, 1-2. Ruiz with the pitch. Wow. Just a little high. Jeff, that was close. That was pretty close to take.
That was close.
2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners full. The winning run is Aniston Stivers at third base. 2-2 pitch. That's a shot in the right field. Right field over. It's off the glove.
That's off the glove.
That's a ball game.
Another error. Walk off on an error.
And that's off the glove of the right fielder. What a job for the Panthers. A good job, Jeff. And Guerrero did what she did.
She did. She put it in play. And that is the
Stivers there with a 2-out to keep the inning alive for the Panthers.
Yeah, but Marlon, how many errors on that right fielder today? She has got a cannon. She saved the game the inning before. Right, but that's her third error of the game, I believe, out there in right field.
Yep, and she was going, the ball was tailing away from her, but Jeff, that's a ball. I'm sorry, that's a ball that needs to be caught. You got to catch that one.
Yep.
And unfortunately, that's Ruiz is going to get credit for the loss. And Jeff, she pitched a whale of a ball game.
Yeah, she did. She couldn't get no help.
Except for 2 innings where their defense let her down.
Yep.
With that said, though, the Panthers get the win 7-6 in extra innings. We will be back with the postgame, a short postgame, when Panther softball continues in just a moment.
Have you ever been in a car accident? Was your car taken to a body shop? Or maybe an impound yard? Perhaps a major repair that's too costly. Even if this happened 2 years ago, Lone Star Towing is interested in buying all junk, wrecked, and abandoned vehicles. The process of getting you paid and that vehicle out of there is quick and easy. Call Lone Star Towing today at 210-777-0585.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. And the Panthers come away, Jeff, with a great extra inning win here, trailing 6-0 going into the 5th inning, and the Panthers with 6 runs. And it was a lot of good hitting, but it was a self-destruction of the McCollum Cowboys defense.
This is one of those games, Maury, that you got to tip your hat to Medina Valley for staying in it and coming back, but you kind of feel like you didn't win this game. McCollum gave it away to you.
Well, but Jeff,
but it was a win.
But with that said, too, just like in the last inning, you have Anderson Stivers coming in, cold off the bench, 2 outs, gets a double, keeps the inning alive. They walk pitch to Montez.
She gets a single.
To Chester to load the bases. Vallejo comes in, gets down in the count 0-2.
Yeah, right away.
It's a shot in the right field, unfortunately for
put it in play.
The Cowboys. The right fielder committed the game-winning error. But I think we're going to have to go. Probably the player of the game will have to go with what started that big 6-run inning was Morgan Castiglione, Jeff, who was perfect through the night.
Well, she probably had. Did she have 3 hits in that inning?
She had 1 hit in that inning. But 3 hits and a walk, and came around and scored the first run of the ball game to get the Panthers on the board.
Broke the ice.
And broke the ice for the Panthers. Because you could give it to a bunch of people. You gave it to Montez. She came in and pitched a scoreless 5 innings. You could give it to Anderson Stivers. You could give it to Mackenzie Vallejo. You could give the 3-run Nash. So, just a little of players. But we're going to go with Morgan Castiglione tonight. And, Jeff, any parting ways before?
I'll tell you what really is exciting right now is the Panthers are possibly playing their best ball of the season, and they don't even have Dominguez in the lineup right now, who is still under the weather.
You talked to her before the game. How is she doing?
She said she's doing a lot better, and she's hoping to get back here in the next couple of weeks. So you put Dominguez in that lineup too with what you got going on, and quality pitching. Lisi came out a little rough, but Montez came in and said, I got your back and we'll take care of it. So it's a team effort. And right now they're playing pretty dang good softball.
They are.
And they put themselves right back in the race.
Absolutely.
They got to have some help.
But you did what you needed to do.
I tell you what, now you got McCollum with 2 losses. Medina Valley has 4. You finish with 4 losses, and somehow or another McCollum ends up with 4 losses.
You got the win.
You advantage over them.
Because you've taken 2.
Yeah, and that's a big if because they've already beaten Southwest for the 2nd time. They've got to play South San. There's really not anybody else on the schedule that can probably
Well, Jeff,
beat them.
You wouldn't have thought Medina Valley would lose to Eagle Pass win either.
That's right.
They may have to play Eagle Pass win. I
That's
don't know.
true. Medina Valley still got to play win down there.
Yep. So, with that said, Panthers come away with an extra inning victory.
On there Friday night
7-6.
at Southwest Legacy.
We'll be out there at Southwest Legacy for the game.